successful in finding the perfect cylinder. So one of my first graders and third graders, they were shopping with their mother and they found the perfect cylinder. Now it happens to be a very vegan drink. It's got almond milk and Peruvian chocolate and dates and something called ashwagandha. I don't even know what that is. Maca, prebiotic. Man, I wish I were smart enough to know what all of those things were. But I am going to buy it myself because I want the perfect cylinder. Did anybody else here, was anybody else here able to find the perfect cylinder? And that's what I'm trying to find. Sarak?
Well, we had a Pringles can.
Oh, you did have a Pringles can. That's awesome. By the way, did you test it?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Anybody else find a perfect cylinder? Anybody else? Nobody. Wow. Now, guys, I sent everybody an email with a picture of a cylinder that I found out was double perfect. So it was actually, I finished using a paper towel roll. I finished using a paper towel roll. And when I looked at it, I said, it looks kind of curious. So I measured it, and the diameter, 6 2/7 of the diameter made up the height of the paper towel roll, giving us double the perfect cylinder. So this cylinder was twice as tall as it was round. Kind of interesting, but I want you guys to continue looking. I'm a little surprised that nobody other than Zarak and my, found the perfect cylinder. I want you guys really trying to find them because they're quite beautiful. Now, the next thing I want to show you is a fun puzzle. And the reason why I asked you guys to have toothpicks, and by the way, Olivia, can you get rid of the cat so it's not distracting to others and it's less distracting for you? Would you please do that, Olivia? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Excellent, excellent. So what I'm looking for, guys, is this. I would like for you to show me, do you guys have matchsticks? Okay, do you have toothpicks? If you don't, pencil and paper suffice as long as you write very lightly because you're gonna have to do some erasing, okay? And the other thing you could use is a whiteboard, all right? So what I want you to do is I want you to look at the puzzle that I'm gonna now show. So I'm gonna unmute everybody and I want everybody to be unmuted. Please, everybody unmute themselves unless there's noise in the background. If a parent is talking or a sibling or there's construction going on, I will know why you muted yourself. Brandon, I assume that you have noise in the background, which is why.
My sister's playing violin.
Yeah, there you go. That's a perfect reason. Lila, I assume you've got noise. Walker and Ethan and Hannah. If you don't, Will and Kathy. If you don't have noise in the background, unmute yourself because then it'll be easier to do what we're gonna do. Now, your job here is to move exactly one matchstick and make this equation work. Who can tell me from a Roman numeral standpoint what this equation says right now? Who can tell me, but yeah, raise your hand electronically. And I know you can do that. So I'm gonna wait till you guys do that because it's easier for me. I'm gonna start with David.
So I think the top numeral is 23 So that would be 23 divided by 7 on the bottom equals 2.
Okay, I completely agree with that. Now, everybody hands down, and I want you to give me what you would like the numerator to be and what you would like the numerator to be here. So if I were able to, let's say, move something up here and make this something, what would make that work? Or if I were able to move it over here to make it a 3, what would make that work? I'm gonna go with, let's see, I'm gonna go with Will.
Well, you take the X and you make it into a V. So actually no. Wait, yeah.
Wait. So you're saying that if I make the X into a V,
That would be 18.
yeah, say it out loud.
And then you take one of the matchsticks and the 7 and make it a 3. So it's 18 divided by
Will, you kind of treaded off there. I'd love to be able to hear what you said. Go for it.
well,
So I just, remember, I'm only allowed to move one matchstick.
a 1. Oh,
Yeah, only one. Now, you have made an equation which is also not true. You know that 23 divided by 7 is not 2. Can you tell me what you might do to make it true if the answer equals 2? Come on, everybody say it. What would this have to be? Go. What would that have to be, guys? You know that that would have to be 14. And if I made this guy a 3, what would this have to be?
18.
Now, can you make that happen? Moving one step. And if you raise your hand electronically, I will call on you. David?
Oh, sorry. That was just up from before.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
Zarat, do you know how to raise your hand electronically?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was wrong.
Okay, Olivia? Olivia, I cannot hear you, love. You raised your hand. Yeah, you're still not coming through. So your sound on your computer is off, but you're not muted, which means it's the computer sound and not this. So, let's see. Oh, good. Nick, I totally agree with that. Very, very good. Walker, very funny. He ate Pringles yesterday out of a perfect cylinder, which I love. Now, guys, how can we make this work? And I want to hear from Alex right now.
I
You'll
don't
have to
have
unmute
it. I
yourself.
was, I think, wait,
Hannah
no, I
A.
don't have it.
Hannah A.
This isn't really a solution, but you could take one of the sticks and 2.
Wait. One of the sticks from where?
From the 2, the equals 2, and then put it so it's not equal. So it says not equal to.
Ah, okay. Now, Hannah, it is because of mathematicians like you that I had to add this rule. You guys see it? Now, Hannah, you're smiling right now, but I have to tell you, that is the most brilliant answer. Because of course, 23 divided by 7 does not equal 1, and that's true. So I love it, but no, you're not allowed to move or add to the equal sign. Hannah, I applaud you. Beautiful job. Olivia, do you have a question? Or a solution?
Yeah.
Go for it, honey. Olivia, can you speak so I know if I can hear you?
Um,
Go for it. Excellent. I can.
okay, it says you are not allowed to move or add to the equal sign. Does that mean you can take something from the division sign? Because it would still be division if it was shorter.
Yes, I like that. I would say I agree with that. What would you like to take from the division sign? What do you want to do with it?
I don't know, but I was just.
Okay, guys, the question that Olivia asked is exactly how you should be thinking. Sarak, what do you think?
Wait, I think I have the answer.
Go for it, man.
So if you make it 22 divided by 7 and then make it pi, am I allowed to do that?
Sarak, where did you learn that pi was close to 22/7?
Few classes.
Like, how about last class?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the whole purpose of the last lesson was that 22/7 is close to pi because that is 3 point what?
3.4.
Well,
1/4.
isn't it better to say 3 1/7, right? And guys, I bet if you ask this question to 10 adults, only 1 or 2 of them will see it. If you tell them that the answer can be a symbol, they might get it faster. So don't tell them that. In fact, don't give them any hints. And I think you will really, really like the results. Now, the next puzzle I give you has exactly 3 solutions. But do you see what I wrote? I thought that it only had 2 solutions. And one of my second graders educated me. Her name is Gabby. And she educated me that there are actually 3 separate solutions. So who is willing to try to find the solutions for this one? You're only allowed to do one. Who is
I have
I
one.
don't see anybody's hand up electronic. I'm going to go with Hannah.
You could move the stick on top of the 7 and either move it to make the 5 a 6 or make the 5 a 9. Oh wait, sorry, I was doing the wrong. I was looking at the wrong problem. Sorry.
So what do you want to do, Hannah?
Sorry, I looked at the top problem one.
Yeah, but sweetie, go ahead and do what you just wanted to do. How can you make the 5 a 9? Think about that. Hey, Ethan, what do you think, buddy?
You can move one of the.
You do it yourself?
Wait. So you can add one of the matches from the adding side.
You mean the horizontal one?
No. The vertical one.
There you
Onto
go.
the 5. And then it's 9 onto the 5. Yeah, right there. 9 minus.
So Hannah, isn't that cool? That's exactly what you were thinking of. I'm gonna go with Zarak, Alex, and Ben.
So if you take the same match from the plus and then you make a -2.
Whoa, that is awesome. That is awesome. Zarak, that was yours, buddy?
Yeah.
Great. And Alex, you have another one?
I had the same thing.
Okay, Ben?
If you move the top one from the 7.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm gonna see if
Oh,
I can
wait.
find a clean one. There we go. Top one from a 7.
And you make the 5 a 6. Wait, never mind, actually. That wouldn't work.
Yeah, but I mean, I like your thinking.
That would work.
So anybody else? Ethan, do you still have your hand up, or is that old or new?
I know this doesn't really count, but if you move the top one a part of 7 and then put it onto the back of 2, you make a 5 plus 1 equals a backward 6.
Ah, I love it.
It's not right, but it's kind of a solution.
No, but wait a minute. Do you guys remember when we were really young and we used to write numbers backwards? Do you remember that? Now,
Yeah.
just so you know, everybody does it. Everybody's brain works that way at the beginning, and then your brain corrects things. Ethan, I love it, but you're right. We can't use it, but I love it. Now, guys, Ben, you have another one? Come on, guys. There's one that's kind of fun and obvious. And Olivia, can you get rid of the cat, please? It's a little distracting. Thank you. No worries. So I have, all right, guys, I'm going to give you a little hint. What do you guys want me to do with this guy?
Five plus 7 equals 12.
Thank you.
Oh,
Now, guys, some of the solutions are way easier than we even think. Yes, 5 plus 7 equals 12. Now, what I am really interested in, can you guys create your own puzzles? Now, one of the kind of puzzles that I would love to see is I would love to see you use factorials. So for instance, you know how you can take a match and what if you were to like cut off, oh God, I can't even do it. If you were to cut off the end of the match, that could be like the dot for the factorial, but you'd have to put that in the rules that you're allowed to cut the match. These rules don't allow you to cut the match. How would we make our own puzzles? So I want to talk about that. What I did to make my own puzzles is I started out with a correct answer. Does everybody agree that 5 plus 2 is 7?
Yes.
Of course, of course. Now, how many different ways can I distort 5 plus 2 is 7 to make it a puzzle? How many different puzzles can I make out of it? So raise your hand electronically. If you can give me, Hannah, I'm going to start with you, then Nick. Go, Hannah. And everybody should unmute if you don't have noise in the background. Go, Hannah.
Move the horizontal one from the plus sign. Oh, can you move that? And put it so the 5 makes a 9. Oh, no. The other one, the vertical one.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I was going to say 6.
Wait a minute. Hannah, what is wrong with that move? Albeit brilliant.
It's still correct.
Hannah, do you understand that you just created a correct equation? So maybe, Hannah, you could make a puzzle which says, move one matchstick to make this equation equal again, right? You'd have to change the rules. Nick, what do you think?
You can take the top one of the 7 to make it a 1, and put it at on the 5 to make it a 6.
I love that one. Guys, do you see how simple that one is? It's a beautiful, beautiful one. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now I want to call on Lila and then Regan. Go.
I would do, you take the vertical matchstick on the plus sign and put it on the 5 to make it a 6.
Oh, guess what, guys? I love that. I love it a lot. Okay. How about Hannah A? Oh, no, Regan. Sorry, Regan and then Hannah A.
Well, you could take the lower line from the 2, the lower vertical line,
Oh, lower vertical.
and then move it over to make it a 3.
Guys, I never knew that 5 plus 3 was 7. Regan, that is beautiful, beautiful work. And who did I just call on? Hannah A.
You could take the top line from the 7 and make the 5 a 9.
Totally agree. We know we can make that a 9. I love it. I love it. I love it. Cedric and then Zarak. And then Hannah T.
Never mind.
I realized
Okay,
that mine
Cedric?
doesn't. Yeah, mine doesn't work. I just noticed because I was gonna take the one on top of the 5 and move it to like the side of it, but then that doesn't make like a.
Yeah, but why not take this and make the 5 a what?
Wait, what? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do, but like the 6 have to have like something on top though.
Yeah, you know, guys, I would say this to you. That I think, don't you think that this is a valid 6?
Yeah.
Would you agree? So I'm going with Cedric on this one. I'm going with Cedric. Okay. Kathy and then Hannah T.
You can you can move the first vertical line from the 5 over to the other side.
Yeah. I love that one a lot. I love that one a lot. And Hannah T and then Zarak. Hannah, you are muted, or your video, your computer sound is off because you're not muted. You're still not able to be heard. You know, you're muted on Zoom. You have to turn your computer sound on.
Can you hear me?
And now I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, you take the horizontal line from the 7 and put it in front of the 2 for 5 plus 12 equals 1.
Oh, Hannah, I love it. Guys, you guys love that one? I didn't even think about that one. And then Zarak and then Nick.
No, I don't have one.
Okay, Nick?
You can take, you know, the bottom vertical one, the bottom vertical of the 2. Yeah, that one, and then just put on the other side. So it's 5 plus 3 equals 7.
Totally agreed. Now, guys, I want to show you something. You guys ready? Watch this. Why not take this guy? Oh, wait, Alex has an idea. I don't want to give it away if it's the same. Go for it, Alex.
Take the bottom vertical from 7, then move it to make 6.
Yep. I love it. Now, guys, look at this, guys. What did I just do?
Oh, you mean
5 plus 2 equals -1.
Guys, couldn't I do that with any one that I'm allowed to take away? What if I did it with this guy? Couldn't I make that a negative sign also? Isn't that cool? So guys, I would say there's about 10 different puzzles that you can make with this one, maybe even more. Now, guess what? All you need to do to make these puzzles is a what? An algorithm. Don't we always try to find algorithms? My first attempt at an algorithm failed miserably. And then today, after I sent this PDF to you, I found twice as many transformations. Our job right now, and I want you only using matchsticks for this. So everybody make a 1 with 2 matchsticks. And I want you to have I want you to have 1 matchstick handy. You're allowed to move either matchstick from the 1, or you're allowed to use a matchstick and add to it. What could we transform the 1 into? So I want hands raised.
7.
And, oh, please do not say it out loud. Now somebody said 7 out loud. And yes, we know that we can take and make that a 7. And that's great. But I want everybody to be thinking. So no calling it out. No calling out. Does anybody have another one for the number 1? I'm going to go with Kathy and then David.
I had my hand raised from before.
Oh, no worries. And David?
Mine was 7. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. But guess what? I want you to find another one. Come on, Walker. I know you can find this. Lila, I know you can do it. Will, Olivia, Cedric, Regan, Ben, come on, Zorak. You guys can do this. Kathy, do you have it?
-1.
Oh my gosh. Now, I have to say that until just now, I didn't realize how many we could do. So what we're going to do is we're going to assume, for purposes of this exercise, and I'm going to say we can make any x value equal to -x. So you take any digit, and using what Kathy just said, we can make it a negative. And I really, really love that. So I want to go with Hannah T, Regan, and then Alex J. Go for it.
Question. So can you turn it diagonal?
Why not?
Okay. So you can make a 4 if it's here. I don't know how to show you.
How would you make a 4 out of the 1?
You have one line like this, one line like this, and then one like that.
Ah, but how many did you just move?
2.
So Hannah, totally rocked. You totally got it. But unfortunately, we're only allowed to move 1 matchstick.
Wait, I don't get the plus then.
Say again?
I don't get, what's the plus for then if we can only move 1?
Oh, okay, let me explain. If you wanted to take the vertical line from the plus, you would transform the vertical line into a negative line, and then you could use this to create, let's say, a 6, right? Or to create an 8.
Yeah, but you could already turn it. Like,
So say again.
can't you already turn it? I don't get it.
What do you, well, no, but remember all these puzzles, you have to move 1 stick. So if I move this stick, turning the plus into a minus and transforming the number 5 into the number 6, or the number 9 into the number 8, or the number 1 into the number 7. Do you follow me?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the plus sign is there.
Yeah, but why can't you just turn the minus sign?
Into what?
Like, why can't you just turn it vertically and then it would be the same?
You can, and what do you want to do with it now? What is that?
Well, I mean, if we're only allowed to move 1, then there's like no point in having a plus and minus.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Olivia, I'm going to say that you just solved a puzzle that I did not. you just turned the negative sign into a 1. That's what you just did. You can also turn the negative sign into a plus sign by adding a vertical line to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So really, really cool. Who's Alex? Do you have another one for me on 1?
No, sorry, my hand was still raised.
Okay, guys, lower your hand if you don't have a solution. And Zarak, go.
Well, you can make an 11.
Oh, guys, of course. Everybody look at my 11.
But doesn't it say digit?
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Whoever said that, I totally agree with you. My language is bad. I should change this language to what?
Number?
Absolutely. Olivia, thank you. Thank you. Wait a minute. Sorry. Number or what?
Symbol? Or
number
integer.
or
Rational number.
operation. Because we can also turn plus into minus, minus into plus. We can also make a time sign, can't we?
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of really cool things going on. Guys, does anybody see anything else we could do?
Well, if it's
if you broke
if it's an
one of the
operation,
Wait, one at a time, please.
if it's an operation, then couldn't you just you could make it into a plus, you could make it into a multiplication sign too.
Wait a minute. Can't we turn this guy into a division sign by moving it diagonally? That is brilliant. Olivia,
I was talking about the 1.
Yeah, I agree.
You could add one.
Great idea. Regan, what do you think?
Well, I was going to say the same thing.
Awesome. Kathy?
My hand was probably raised from before.
Okay, Ethan.
Sorry, I have my hand raised.
All right, Alex? Alex Jacoby?
You could turn it into Roman numerals for 2.
You could. But you know what? For the purposes of today, let's just focus on numerals, but I do love the comment. Now, guys, can't we turn Can't we turn a 1 into a 1? By just taking away, okay? And then let's move on. Who's got an answer for the number 2? Who's got an answer for the number 2? I want to transform the 2 into Regan.
Well, you could move the line over to make it a 3.
That's a beautiful transformation. Now, guys, if the 2 can become a 3, then we know that the 3 can become a what?
A 2.
2.
I don't know if that works for everything, but it works for this one. Lila?
I was thinking that we could move the bottom stick to the upper left and make it a 9.
Guys, I think that that's pretty cool. The problem
backwards though.
Yeah. So I love the creativity. I don't like the creativity. I love the creativity, but I think for the same reason I said Ethan 6 does not work, I'm going to say that this does not, but man, you get a lot of points for creativity. Who else, Zarak?
You could turn into a 6 back. Wait, I think you could turn into a 9. Actually, never mind. No.
Is that a backward 6?
No, I thought I could turn into a 9.
Yeah, but 9, that's a backwards 9, right? Backwards 9. Ethan?
Can't you turn into a 12?
By doing what?
Like taking like the addition sign and putting it, yeah.
Yeah, guys, can't we make a rule? Think of it as the Olivia rule from before. Can't we, or no, I'm sorry, Kathy, can't we take any X value and add 10 to it essentially by tacking on a 1 in the beginning? So I really, really love that. I have, let's see, I have Regan, Lila, Ethan, Hannah T, Kathy, Zarak, and Nick. In that order. Go. Regan. Regan, you're muted.
Someone else said.
Oh, it said it. Okay, good. Well, put your hands down if you've already spoken. Lila? Hannah
Sorry,
T?
my thing was up from before.
No problem. Hannah T?
Does taking away one, could you take away one and move one?
No. You have to take away 1 and use it for something. Hannah, that was a fantastic question. Kathy?
You could do 21.
Oh, wow. How am I gonna write this out algebraically? If I can take any X value, multiply it by 10, and then add 1. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Take any digit, multiply it by 10, add 1. That's amazing. Amazing. Oh my God, you guys rock. Put your hand down now, Kath, and Zarak.
So you can make it like the number E. But it'd be uppercase.
What can you make the number E?
If you move the 1 on the right, yeah.
Wow. Now, guys, I'm gonna give that one to Zarak because now the letter E is usually lowercase, but E is equivalent to 2.718 ... It's used in finance for compound interest, and it's a really special number, and I love it. Zarak, that was pretty rocking. Nobody's ever done that one before. And Nick.
You can make -2.
Absolutely. And remember, Nick, every single X digit we use, we can make that negative. Now, I'm going to challenge you guys right now to transform the number 9. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 transformations. I want everybody to use their matchsticks, write them all down, and see if you can find all 4. If you find, and remember, we're not using 91 or 19, and we're not using -9 because we dealt with that here in our algebraic expressions. And Hannah, is your hand up for now or from before?
It's up from, I had 1 for 2 or 3.
For what, honey?
I had 1 for 3.
Oh, what else do you have for 3?
Wait.
Go for it.
It was for the 2, I think, actually.
And what was it?
A 9.
How do you make the 2 a 9?
If you take the vertical one from the plus sign and then put it underneath the top horizontal one.
Yeah, but that is going to be a backwards 9. So kind of like that Ethan backwards 6, or that somebody else had one that was a backwards. So no, we can't do that one. But I love it. I love it. We're going to go with Alex and then Kathy.
I forgot a question I had earlier.
Yes, sir.
And it could be an extra solution to the 1.
Oh, cool.
So, does it have to be one made like that, or can you do one with the straight, the one there, and then one diagonal.
You mean like, you mean,
Basically, like, can your one look like this?
like that?
Yeah. Or like if it was,
Yeah, so guys,
because if you do that, you could just add this on and make a 4.
yeah, but I will tell you something, guys. This is the way people write their ones in Europe. So even though for me, it looks more like a 7, if you go to Europe, people write their ones with a little diagonal hat. I really do not like them because I think that they are not clear, but I would agree with Alex that that's a definite solution. So now I want to go with Kathy, Nick, Hannah T, David, and Zarak in that order. Go.
I'm done with the 4 9 thingies.
Wow. Okay, give me your favorite one.
My favorite one is taking the middle horizontal line and then you put it like at the gap for the vertical line.
Guys, what do you all see?
A 0.
You guys see the 0? Pretty amazing. Kathy, that is also one of my favorites. And now for Nick.
I've also finished the 9 thingies, and my favorite was making the 9 into a 5 by taking the top right vertical one and putting it to the bottom left.
Oh.
No. Well, yeah, no. It was the 5.
So you want to make the 9 a 5. So you have to put it somewhere else. Maybe we could make the 5 a 6.
Yeah.
Right? Or we could make the 1 a longer 1, right? We could do we could make the 7 a longer 7. All right? I love that. I love that. Who's got another one? So wait, I want to first look at my list. I think I said Hannah T, Zarak, Regan, David, go.
You can add 1 to make an 8. You can take it from the plus and put it in the bottom left.
Totally rock on that. 9 becomes an 8. Oh my God. I can't believe you guys see it all. And I think it was Hannah T and Zarak.
I also found all of them for the 9. Can I say the last one?
Please.
If you take, you go from the top horizontal line and then you go down to the right vertical line and you move that underneath the left vertical line.
What do you want to make it into? What number?
A 6.
A 6.
No, so you go.
Did you want me to take a different one to make the 6?
Yeah.
So do you want me to take the right vertical line, the right top vertical?
Yeah.
And then that, you want to, where do you want me to put it?
Underneath the
lower left vertical.
Yeah.
Do you guys see it? All right. Now, is there everybody put their hands down unless they found one that I missed. Everybody put their hands down unless they found one that I missed. Okay, this is great. So now we've got Zarak, Regan, Will, David, Kathy. Go.
I made 9 again by just taking out the bottom one.
Oh, you know what? I totally agree. Yes. Brilliant. Thank you. The 9 becomes a 9. Amazing. Regan, what do you have for me?
Well, if you take away the vertical line on the left, you get a 3.
I figured.
Of course we do. I can't believe it. Did I miss? Oh, no. I have a 3 there. That's interesting. So which one did I not have? Maybe the 6? Amazing. So I'm loving this. I'm not liking this. I'm loving this. So the 9 becomes a 3. Of course. And who is next?
Oh, that one was mine.
Okay, good. Who is next? Who has their hand up still that has a new solution? Kathy?
Oh, that was mine too.
Okay, good. And put your hand down. And then Hannah T, Hannah A.
Mine was the 3.
Okay, Hannah, who didn't answer?
Actually, I just realized something was wrong with mine.
Okay, cool. Alex?
Mine doesn't really work, but yeah, I don't think it works really. I was just looking because mine was a bit like wonky. And I noticed if you took the bottom one,
Yeah.
bottom horizontal, mine was just a bit off because I knocked it and then noticed something, but it wouldn't work. You could kind of like overlap it with the top right, the one on the right, so the right horizontal, and flip it around.
Yeah.
So it basically is like half of that adds on, because mine was kind of like tilted and diagonal.
What
And
number?
it kind of looked like a 4.
Oh, a 4. Yeah, yeah. You know, guys, can I show you a very, very wonky 4? Hannah A?
You could take the bottom line from the 9 and make it a -9.
Yes, yes, and that is true again about every
Right.
one of these digits. Beautiful. Now, guys, check out my wonky 4. Do you guys agree that that's not really a 4?
Yeah.
That's really the letter Y, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't want to say that that's a 4. Regan?
Like a 4 if you underlined it.
Say again, honey.
It could be like a 4, but if you underlined it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, guys, let's look at one of my favorite puzzles. And it's right here. 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 550. Now, don't say it out loud. You're only allowed to move one matchstick. And I do want you to notice that I changed the plus signs and I used 4 matchsticks to create each plus sign. There is some significance to this. So I want you guys thinking, and can you send it to me in a chat, please? Send it to me in a chat if you have it. By the way, oh, Olivia, that's a beautiful font. I love the way you did your name. It's really nice. At first I was like, what is that? And I'm like, oh man, that's beautiful. So Olivia, can you tell us your solution?
You didn't put the rule specifying that you can't add to the equal sign, so you could just move one of like.
Yeah, that's correct. But let's assume that that rule continues, because then, you know, every single one of them, 15 does not equal 550, right? And but where would you take that from, by the way? Where would you take one line from to make that work? I'm kind of curious about that. You know, guys, what Olivia said, I'm really glad she said it, because I don't know what we would do. Kathy?
You could take like the bottom vertical, the left bottom vertical line from the 0. Oh wait, no, never mind. Because I thought it was an 8, so I thought it would turn.
Oh, I see what you were gonna do. Alex Jacoby.
I noticed that if you take the right horizontal on the first addition sign and you rotate it in 90 degrees, you
Hold
can
on.
turn
Let
it into 5.
Let me do that first, so I can. I don't know why it's not. There we go. Okay, I rotated it to 90.
You can add it. You can turn it into 545 plus 5 equals 550.
How about awesome? Do you guys see it? Does everybody see it? And so guys, 545 plus 5 equals 550. Now, what I want to show you are the other puzzles. This one is a little silly. You're supposed to make 4 triangles. And I say it's a little silly because, well, I was feeling silly. Would you say that that is silly? 4 triangles, right? So remember, you can be as silly as you want as long as there's some truth to it. Now, this one here, you must move 2 matchsticks. The shape has to be identical, but the coin will no longer be inside the U. And so, and Zarat, did you already arrange these matchsticks to check it?
No, but I just saw this in like an ad or something a few days ago.
Yeah, I saw this
Oh,
on
you've seen this before?
Yeah.
the internet.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
But-
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so you know the answer. So let's give it to, like, Ethan, have you seen it before? Kathy, have you seen it before? Regan, have you seen it before? If the
I
answer is-
haven't. I
yeah.
haven't seen it before.
So was that you, Kathy?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kathy, tell us what you might do here.
I think what you're supposed to do is you move the right vertical matchstick, you move it down so that it's like the same distance away from on the other side.
Oh, you mean like here?
No, like on the left side of that matchstick. And then you move like the matchstick like in the middle, you move it over a little bit.
You mean this guy?
Yeah.
To where?
No. So you move the left one like the same distance away.
Let's say left top vertical.
No. Bleh. Okay, right top vertical, down, and on the left side of the bottom one.
Okay.
And you move it the same distance away from the bottom one as the shape had like originally.
So do you want me to stop here, here?
Yeah, here.
Okay, got it.
And then you move the matchstick in the middle, yeah, over. So that it's touching both other ones, and then.
Guys, that is absolutely brilliant. I love it, I love it, I love it. Does anybody have a different way of doing the same thing? Because I think there's like one other symmetrical way of doing that. Would you say, Regan, do you think you have that?
Yeah, you do like the same thing, just with the other side.
So you want to take the horizontal and move it where?
Over so that the end is,
Like that?
yeah,
And the left vertical?
down, to the right of the other one, yeah.
Yeah, really, really sweet, guys. Really, really sweet. Now, there's one other that I want you to focus on right now. Now, this one here, you have to move exactly 3 matchsticks, but you're not allowed to change their angle. So you can't, for instance, move it and then rotate it. Okay, you've got to keep it at the same angle. And you're moving 3 to make 3 identical triangles. So William.
Figured it out.
Go, William.
So you move the bottom one, the middle bottom one up until it's between the up between it up just up until it's between those two.
So
Yes.
till it forms an equilateral triangle at top.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you move the right middle one down until it's between the bottom ones, and then you do the same with the other one.
Wow. That is really cool, guys.
Actually, like, even the match points are lined up the same.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, that is a brilliant solution. Does anyone have a second solution for this one? Keep your hand up if you do. So I have Ethan and Olivia. I don't know if you have a second solution for this. Now, Ethan, do you? Or Olivia, do you? Now, guys, my goal for you this week, and I have to show you, I have some crazy ones. 9 plus 3 times 2 equals 2. Move 1 stick. 6 plus 4 minus 1 equals 3. 8 minus 4 plus 3 equals 9. 6 plus 2 minus 8 equals 4. 7 minus 9 plus 2 equals 1. So I want you guys to solve every one as well as all the shapes. This is kind of fun. But really, your job is to solve as many puzzles as possible. That's number one. Number two, I want you to look for multiple solutions. Remember, we found 3 or 4 solutions for one of those? I want you to master the transformations. This is something where I have to tell you, this class, you've given me so many ideas in how to create new puzzles that I never thought of before. And lastly, create your own puzzles. If you send those puzzles to me, I will do them, or at least I will try to do them. And if they're a little too difficult, I'm going to ask the Mathlete group to help me. Okay, does that sound like a good plan?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you guys to get really creative. And if there's one big takeaway from today, which was really the same takeaway from last week, is that 22/7 is the best approximation of pi that we use on a day-to-day basis. Stick with that. Give this puzzle to everybody. And now I want you guys to say goodbye to your friends and say next week, you will see my background will be non-virtual, and it will be on a harbor in a place called Edgartown. So you guys, so maybe there'll be some boat information going on in the next lesson. Not really sure. And I'll miss you guys until next week. You be well and be safe.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.